Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the Master and Mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a body...
Look, Dia's...
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well...
I take it you all know each other already? We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's...
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha knowledge. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask her...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they...
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the... And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you best watch your backs. There are even some extremists who go...
You bet they are. King Dishret's been dead for thousands of...
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all.
Thanks, Dia! And you too! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's Fest. Good. Then we'll see you both...
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices.
You've got a deal.
Believe me, I'm not making this up.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Ooh. Let's get up. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But, Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the account. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious? Well, given all the...
Welcome. Welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are... Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone grad... Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful... you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us...
Those students seem to be discussing...
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of... Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of...
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with $500,000...
Wait, did you say $500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet...
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche? So, what's your plan? Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us $500,000 more! Have you... Oh... the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant...
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick more...
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god...
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret. So they're...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask...
Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where... Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth. But the story doesn't end there, oh, mark my words. Our god... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on us. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more...
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying...
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will... I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid...
Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. He went that way! After him! What's going on? How can there be Kairaki? Wait up! It's...
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know—
Who exactly are you two? And why are a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something?
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from— Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, we'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you—
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that—
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even— Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you— Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so—
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but—
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've— This is what you've been looking for.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks—
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to pry— They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will— Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the Academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to— Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless— Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true— With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have questions. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time! We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are—
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? Well, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They...
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning door.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for purchasing. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just... Oh, and be sure to exercise...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you 2 want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you 2 looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Hyman doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these 2 want to buy unripe horror fruits.
Got it. You 2, please follow me. You 2 have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by... He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look.
Before I retrieve your please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to... He's cautious of us. Let's take a
Before I retrieve... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. He's cautious of us. Let's take a quick...
Before I retrieve... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. That you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? I'm guessing that you're going for a more traditional packaging since this is your...
Wait a sec. Sumeru City style means we're only buying a few things. He won't take us to see... He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Oh, Hatham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Delicious food, freshly made and served.
He ran that way! Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishpalan tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure...
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing it. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything.
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces, no matter how much more they might have. Not only... So that's why I prefer to have It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customer? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and...
Yeesh. Who would want to be an expert in...
Or how about the architectural styles and... With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture
Ooh!
2 million Mora, and it's yours.
Whoa! That's
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your hearts decide.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned.
You've really got to...
We'll take these, please and thank...
My, oh my! You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pay...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million Mora. Isn't that a Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Ahem, you've got a deal!
Excellent! Then please, select...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ha, you two made it. And from the looks on your face...
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here.
You're a pretty daring...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't... When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to make...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule... As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach it. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, however, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ainul.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with...
Yes. Ainul Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, so I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covert. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not, unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in. My agreement, Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge...
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. All right. This place works. Show me.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal. We can conduct a controlled experiment where, while you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your There may be variances in your physical strength between.
Wow! Oh, hey, Thumb! You must have been one of those guys. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academy.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases.
Sounds like you're trying.
All right, let's begin the test.
Disappear!
Cool it!
Windblade!
Freeze!
Come a little closer.
Dodge this!
You're in for a little shock.
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to the next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze! Dodge this!
Come a little closer.
No one escapes my sights!
Cool it!
Windblade!
Freeze!
Now, I'll start.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting.
Wait! How much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deals. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This...
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Welcome back, my loyal patrons. You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need.
Can you really get us anything we want?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would end up, but you know, that kind of information. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have.
Because to me, anything of value. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Ein Ahmar.
Ah, so you're all... The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, that Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took.
Thanks for the info, Dor.
Please, it's my pleasure.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ein Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But then, to get close... All right. The person in this picture... In which case, if we play our cards right...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ein Ahmar guys. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend...
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the... See you then.
Al-Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier.
Yep, let's...
Alhaitham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you...
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried. This is turning into quite an occasion.
Back up! Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boy!
Uh-oh, here they come!
Where do you think you're going?
Come a little closer.
Windblade!
I'll be back. Feeling lucky today? Take that!
Oh, so sorry.
Windblade!
Cool it!
You're in for a little shock.
Dodge this!
Windblade!
Cool it! Don't push your luck! Freeze!
I'll take my
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired! Arrest him!
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Alhaitham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
What in Tibet just happened?
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting...
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods. But beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back, too. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration...
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia...
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol...
everything about Lesser Lord
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time. There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord... Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali...
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival... Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had another if there is another chance, I would...
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't...
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scum...
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. I've already prepared a room for you to rest.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful.
here we are. It's also fairly close to her.
It looks really nice.
Not at all. Just tell me more about your adventures when you next get the chance.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around together? All of my friends will be working the festival, and Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
It's a deal. Good night,
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Oh, no. Thinking about... Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad.
Traveler, Paimon.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept.
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must cherish every...
You've worked so hard for this day. You gotta enjoy it to the...
You know it. It's just that, as expected. Well, shall... Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little... So, what's the Haft...
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashava mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses, Sumeru roses, Sunsetias, Kapalatas, Hara fruits, and Zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go... Thanks! Alright, how about we all...
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be...
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them.
Sure sounds random. So
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner...
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected.
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you...
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady... Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too!
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking at...
Oh, I remember now. It means illusion...
Illusions and lies? That sounds...
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition...
He's not even trying to hide his book.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to...
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning...
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the...
They say the Sub-Zerus festival was very lively a long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zerus will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candy.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you. In the few short days it took to prepare for the
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flower. All right, little soldiers. Take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight! Just what is...
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful
As are we to you,
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes ready to...
Whichever one.
That is the fun part.
Ooh, those all sound pretty...
And there's also Lizard Tail and Oni Cup.
Huh? What's up with the...
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the... It's alright. Paimon...
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention! That's unfortunately only...
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon was wrong.
The Sunsetia-flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that everyone has a good time at the festival. So...
Really?
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candy.
Paimon.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep...
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. So can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you...
Things can go on. I'm trying too hard.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early...
I know, right? Hey, wait a...
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any...
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayan...
That's right. We haven't received any of their Mora, but... I wonder...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect...
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Main! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly...
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past kindness to—
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs.
Aren't your claws...
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe...
No! We're gonna stay and help! There's too many of them! You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little...
I'm fine. My body always reacts like—
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more—
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of—
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone...
Dia, your arm!
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but...
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword. What happened to the one you were using?
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's...
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry. I'm not gonna lose my commit...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but selling your weapon without permission and getting hurt...
You're so unreasonable.
Thank you very much, Dee.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunya?
My lady, your condition. Traveler.
Truly, I'm sorry.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments and I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms with it a long time, compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my life. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at... I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people, To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to, not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here. And this way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world.
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking for. Nilou will recreate that legend, and with that...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to...
Yeah, we should...
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place?
Over there! Someone's yelling at me!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. What?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros Festival.
The Sub-Zeros Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercised.
How... The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many... This is a hard pill to swallow.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to...
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances.
Understood. I will inform...
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your...
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all...
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
No. Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zeros so much. And I know how important this
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings, it would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zeros Festival at this point.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zeros Festival.
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless...
It really is okay. There's... Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regret.
A lot happened today. It's a Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zeros Festival a success. But, yeah...
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has...
Dunyazad.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with...
Sure! Traveler? Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed.
They're all plants! Oh, actually, what is the
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendroarchon.
Remnants appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked...
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep that...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay. So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on? Is this a
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers.
Oh, do you want some Yalda candies?
What's to pick? Ooh!
And there's also lizard tail.
Ugh, what are those flavors? Traveler, help Paimon!
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha-ha! Paimon bet you had incredible luck and... Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that... In that case, Paimon also felt something like that. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually would.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't...
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake? Isn't it that... Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order something like... that... thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it... Then, you mean... That's impossible! We were just talking about how So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times. How about... Hey! Dinnersad is sitting by herself on that bench over there! What a coincidence, Dinnersad! We meet again!
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came to my rescue.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness!
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but it isn't...
That's a big relief.
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like...
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then...
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zero.
Hope you'll have a wonderful day.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next...
Understood. I will...
the Sub-Zero's festival. Go celebrate the...
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
It's okay.
But you've been really looking forward to this.
It truly is unfortunate.
True, but...
the next festival.
Wait, what did...
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to...
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Did Dunyarzad already go... You still couldn't figure out what that... Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data and find the cause.
Why does Paimon feel... Anyway...
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy. Oh, are you interested in Yalda?
Not much of it.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random... And there's also lizard tail...
Huh? He'll help me choose.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really interested in...
Wait. How did you know?
What?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they... Mind reading? X-ray vision?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know. for? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but... What the... This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No, have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized... What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time...
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring... what about everyone else? What?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all... As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would live... I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to...
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse.
If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." The moon, illusions, and lies. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right. I need to That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. What's happening right now? That should be it.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zerus festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape. And to do that, we need to figure out what... Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so... we must have... Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times.
Hey, it's you guys again. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested... Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce... What kind of philosophical... Didn't you know that no...
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. Anyway, if...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it!
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you better understand.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your... What you just said. Are you serious? Does that kind of thing...
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your...
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is... The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears...
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but... She always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we... At the...
I'm fine, my...
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in early?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just...
Alright, so this is the situation.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go...
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she...
I can sense her aura. They're also lingering...
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has... So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's fest.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something.
The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom.
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered.
So, this Nahida you mentioned.
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace is...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. That doesn't sound right. People in What's happening right... That doesn't sound right. What's happening right... My mind feels exhausted, even though I... Okay, Nick... That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the... Okay.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single... This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even...
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City...
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming... We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate... But we cannot...
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. What?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why...
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told... The moon? Wasn't that...
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? It's as if I've already used it to...
You're saying that Although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily...
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget it. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved—
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good—
Hey! What kind of an answer?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you— How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be— It's even possible that this entire world is a lie.
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why—
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the—
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sac—
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the—
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that—
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were—
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but—
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of—
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people—
So, what's your new hype?
The moon, illusions, and lies. What did they all mean? That doesn't sound right. Mercenaries... The beat... Okay. We've all... If all our memories of a day are... If all our memory... The beep is... That doesn't sound right. The beep is...
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the... That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyrocrystal fly for a firefly in the night.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new grip.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just...
All right then, let me get this straight.
Yes, your memory's being
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? What?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resource. It's not very likely, but it's also not...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof.
You two are surprisingly serious. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Things can't go on like this.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dump.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces?
That's true, but...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always the force, angle, and entry point of each strike. It's just as they say.
Is it really impossible? What if they use something?
People often say that a camera's photo can never... The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat. Whew! I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory... But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of... Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
back early today. Did you find something?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't...
leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned...
We did? But we don't remember anything.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back! About that...
Well, Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you'll...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will feel... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand...
I have a real
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request and...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave this?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit. Angering me won't...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, this is a good spot. And the guard has to... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... Oh, Paimon knows that... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon... And please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you would...
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't...
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your... I see. Using two...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside! Something like a message?
But don't look at me like that. used to being stared at. Well...
Yep! Nope!
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal.
We'll never know until we try. At least, let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sight. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun. And now, even behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the trap...
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in... Was that space actually... That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre... My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces. Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface,
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey! Do you want some alone time to think? All right, then.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking over. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up. You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zeros exam and graduate from... Okay.
We've already experienced... That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero... All the bizarre... Those spaces remind me of... That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre... That doesn't sound right. The moon... That doesn't sound right. People in Sum... We are all in a dream. We are all in a...
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akashas and those spaces with... Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is... It is the manifestation of the... Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the... Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich So in other words, the complete opposite of how Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish. The real story is that the sages from the... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for a... That doesn't sound... The grand... That doesn't sound right. My mind... We've already... That doesn't sound... The grand say... Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. We've already... That doesn't sound... Those dreams... The grand say... We've already... That doesn't sound right.
The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeros. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies...
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our...
Alright, last question. Who...
They say that alchemical divination...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is... Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon did...
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about... You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally... Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Like, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown... That's why I could only give you very... Deceiving the people of Sumeru after we end the Sub-Zeros festival some...
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind the...
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Nahida? Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other...
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like...
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunya...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which... The old Dunyarzad might...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon...
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archon...
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zeros Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change...
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive, like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you. However, if you're the dream will respond in kind. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many... Find some way to make...
How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, how... After all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for me,
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go.
She was such a good person. Yeah. But Paimon's wondering, do you think... Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make... Let's go ask him some questions.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine, just...
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish?
Less questions! More wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but...
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so... I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her.
So, you have a crush...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, What she didn't realize was that Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh! You're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some
Let it rain!
This one will be frozen and disappear!
Try not to enjoy them.
No more tricks up your sleeve.
Come a little closer.
Windblade!
Just following orders.
You're in for a little shock.
Cool it!
come a little closer.
Dodge this!
Go!
Windblade!
You're in for a little shock.
Huh? Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunya? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around. Yeah. This is the place. It's rude to enter. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so should we open? Wow, Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift. If we hadn't found this book, we never... But now that we know, we... Hey! Where are you up? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about—
There will always be frustrations in life.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean—
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come— What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you...
How did... Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they would... So they're just substitute...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The greater...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed?
Yeah. What's going on here? You guys are acting weird. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu, it's just like the example Nahida told us. People... So when you saw the flowers, you... But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that... How should we make Nilu realize...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream.
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity...
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could... Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon. The Dendro Archon smiled. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What? Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou...